Alycats any viewers. So today is Inside Alyssa White, number 9. And this is where I answer the questions that my lovely Alycats asked me. So if you have a question for me, it could be anything at all. Just leave it in the comment box down below and I'll answer it in the next installment unless it's too inappropriate. But you can still ask it. I might not answer it if it's inappropriate, but you can ask it. So I'm just going to move on to the questions I have, and hopefully these will suffice and satisfy you. Maybe. So the first question is from Tank Commando 1776, and they ask, have you ever heard of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies? And I have heard of Bitcoin. I have never used it, and I don't know anyone that has used Bitcoin or any other kind of cryptocurrency. I'm not too familiar with it, but yeah, I mean, I've heard of it. I just can't really go into specifics because I'm not very familiar with it. So, I have heard of it. The next questions are from Snestastic, who always asks awesome questions in these. So, first question. What are your top 5 TV shows of all time? That's hard because I watch a crap ton of TV. But, off the top of my head, in no specific order, are Firefly, Game of Thrones, Vampire Diaries. I know some of you just went, oh my gosh, Vampire Diaries? Orphan Black, and another eye roller, True Blood. Those are my top 5 favorites. I just love each of those shows because they resonate with me. Each of those shows came in at a time in my life when I was kind of down, and they cheered me up. They're very compelling shows. They're very well written. And all the actors are amazing in those shows. Even the Vampire Diaries. If you haven't seen it, just check it out, okay? Don't judge if you haven't seen the show. But those are my top 5 favorites at the moment off the top of my head because they have amazing actors, great storylines, and, you know, they resonate with me. And I love the subject matter in each of those shows. So those are my top 5 favorites. Second, not including Slade Wilson, who is your favorite character on Arrow? I could be a total cop-out and say Oliver Queen because he is pretty damn awesome. And a funny little story, me and my mom watch Arrow together because, you know, girls, and it's a superhero, and he's got, like, a 12-pack. Anyway, Dad usually is with us because he's just like, okay, I've got 2 women in the house, there's 1 TV in the living room, I have to watch what they watch. So, you know, of course I think Stephen Amell is good looking, and, you know, I'm just like, yeah, he's good looking. My mom, on the other hand, has this huge crush on Stephen Amell. It doesn't matter that he's like 30 years younger than she is, but anyway, she's like, hot. It's like my poor dad doesn't exist, okay? Stephen Amell comes on the screen and it's like, and I'm like, Mom! Gosh! Quit being a cougar! Anyway, I could say Oliver Queen, but I'm actually going to go with Felicity Smoke. I love Felicity. She's got this great sense of humor. They always have these awesome scenes with her, and I love her relationship with Oliver Queen. Okay, I ship Oliver and Felicity. They need to be together. She loves him so much, and he can't see it, or he's just too stupid to see it. But come on, Oliver. Come on, Greg Berlanti and the writers of Arrow. Get them together sometime, okay? Please. All the fans are asking you to get Oliver and Felicity together because they are amazing and they belong together. And, so yeah, Felicity Smoke. Third, who do you think will be next to die on True Blood? They're going to run out of characters by the end of the season if they keep killing people. Okay, since I put this video off, there's only 1 episode left. And I really don't know who's going to die in the season finale. I'm sure someone will, or some people will. But if I had to say someone is going to die, I'd say Sarah Newland just because of the Yakuza. But I could be totally wrong. I'm not going to go into the storyline just in case people are watching this and they maybe haven't caught up with it. But I would say Sarah Newland just to give you an answer. I don't really know though. And the last question is, what kind of actor would you like to be? Character, method, etc. Really, the kind of actor I want to be is, I want to be an actor, well, I want to be a serious actor. I don't want to be like a comedic actor, but like an actor who could inject myself into the role while still staying true to the creators and the director's vision of the character, And I love complex, juicy, meaty roles that have like a dark side to them. So I'd love to do a very dark film or dark projects. Like, that's the kind of stuff that attracts me. It's very, very dark, twisted, kind of dramatic roles. Those are the roles that draw me in and captivate me. So that's the kind of actor I'd like to be. One that could be serious and that would be true to the character itself and the creator's vision, but still be able to inject some of myself into the character. That's the kind of actor I'd like to be. So thank you for those awesome questions, Snistastic. They were awesome. You always ask awesome questions. The next questions are from H the Gamer, and they ask, what's your top 5 or top 10 consoles? You can choose top 5 or 10. P.S. You should definitely come over here to the UK. I do want to go over to the UK. It is on my bucket list. I will go over to the UK one day. One day. I swear. I will. But my top 5 consoles, because I'm not even sure I've played 10. But top 5, just off the top of my head, would be PS2, PS3, 360, GameCube, Game Boy Advance. Top 5, because those were the consoles that I have the most memories with, the most fond memories with, that I played the most games on, that, you know, I had a lot of just great times with. So those are my top 5 consoles. And thank you for that question. That's an awesome question. Scribble Sam Animation says, nice Sailor Moon plushie. Thank you. She's right here. She's a gift from my friend Rich. But their question is, do you have any favorite Japanese anime shows and or cartoons? I don't really watch a lot of anime or cartoons at the moment, but I do really enjoy Attack on Titan. And I watched it when it was on Crunchyroll, and I did not watch the English translated version. I watched the Japanese version with the English dub, and I love the show. I love it. So I'd have to say Attack on Titan is one of my favorite Japanese anime shows because it's just awesome and epic and I love it. And I'm probably going to butcher your name. I'm so sorry. I hate when people butcher my name. So please tell me how to pronounce your name if I do butcher it. But Milos Pavlovic, I just have a feeling I just butchered it, has several questions. And they ask, which video game genre do you wish would just go away for good? I really don't wish any would go away for good because some, video game developers only make one kind of genre, and that would leave people without a job, and that's just kind of sad. And I don't wish any genre to go away because there's fans of every genre, and I know if my favorite genres were to just disappear, I would be totally heartbroken. So I really don't wish any genre to go away. But my least favorite genre would have to be racing and sports games, which I know there's a lot of fans for those. Don't crucify me. I'm just not good at them. I suck at them, so I don't enjoy them. But I don't wish for any genre to go away whatsoever. Second question, favorite current TV show character that I like? There's several, and I can't just pick one, so I'm going to pick a few. Not too many, though, because I'd bore you to tears. But okay, the first one, it's not very obvious. It's not like I have a bajillion collectibles on my shelf behind me of this character. And it's not like I talk about this character a lot and have several t-shirts related to this character. But it's Daenerys Targaryen, the Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi, whatever you want to call her, from Game of Thrones. I love Daenerys because she's such a strong, badass character. In the first season of the show and the first novel, she has so much crap happen to her. And she came out stronger because of it. I won't say what happens, but she has a very, very, very powerful story arc. She's a great character, and I love to see strong female characters on television and in novels. So Daenerys Targaryen is definitely one of my favorites. Another favorite of mine is Daemon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries. I love Daemon because he's very, very evil at times. I mean, he has I can't think of the word. No apprehension in yanking someone's heart out of their chest or ripping someone's throat out with his teeth. But he also has a sensitive side, and that's what I love about him, because he's kind of in a gray area. He's not totally evil, but he's not totally nice either. He's in the middle, and it's just a delicious kind of evil goodness, and just love Daemon Salvatore. And another one that's kind of in the same zone is Klaus Michelson. Now he was originally on Vampire Diaries, Guy's Own spin-off in the originals, which is another amazing show. Klaus is even more evil than Damon, okay? Klaus, at first you think has no conscience, but then you learn about his past, and it's kind of like, oh, Klaus! And then he goes and just totally murders one of your favorite characters. So, that's another character I like a lot, is Klaus Michelson. He's one of the best villains in TV history, in my opinion. And if you haven't seen any of his work, Joseph Morgan's work, Joseph Morgan is the actor who portrays him, check out Klaus Michelson on YouTube, see some of what he does, because he is an awesome, amazing villain. And another one is Ezra Fitz. Now, Ezra Fitz is on Pretty Little Liars, played by Ian Harding, my ultimate crush. But Ezra Fitz is a former English teacher who has a relationship with a student, and he's a good guy, but he's also got a few moments that he regrets, which I love. I just love deep characters. He's definitely a deep character, and that's why I love Ezra Fitz so much. Some people would see him as just the sensitive kind of, he's a filler kind of role, but to me he actually has a really integral role in the show. So those are some of my favorite characters on TV at the moment. Next question, have you ever watched Lost Girl, and if you have, what are your thoughts on it? I have not. I have a whole list of TV shows I want to go through and watch. Lost Girl is in my queue, so when I finally watch Lost Girl, I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Their last question is, which music genre is your favorite? I can pick a favorite. I'd have to say like alternative indie music. That's kind of my favorite because they're more experimental in that genre, and they can have different beats and different song lyrics, and they're not constrained to sound one certain way. But I am a fan of songs in basically every genre. There's a couple that I'm not a fan of, but I love pop songs, I love rock songs, I like a couple of hip-hop rap songs, not my favorite genre. I like some metal, I like a lot of different genres, but probably my favorite is alternative indie music, just because they're more experimental, and not all the songs sound the same. That's why it's my favorite. It's just because there's just so many options to listen to in that genre, and there's so many different great bands and artists, and that's why I love it. And the last question is from Retro Movie Girl. I adore your channel. You are adorable. I just want to give you a hug. But she asks, if you have any cartoon or TV show from the past that you had the chance to rewrite, which one would it be and why? Now, normally I would have said Sailor Moon, but they rebooted that as Sailor Moon Crystal, and I would have said Powerpuff Girls, but there's rumors of a reboot for that. So I'm going to have to go with Dexter's Laboratory. I used to watch that with my uncle when I was a little kid, and I still remember to this day, DD, get out of my laboratory! That sounded nothing like Dexter. But I love Dexter's Laboratory. I wish it was still on. Every time a rerun comes on, I have to watch it. So I would totally reboot that. I don't know what would happen. It would probably end up being this twisted show that no child should ever watch. But I do wish Dexter's Laboratory would come back on the air, because that was an amazing cartoon. It was so good. So good. So those are all the questions for this installment of IAW. But if you have any questions of your own, just leave them in the comment box down below. Like I said, it can be anything you want to ask me. And as always, if you liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe for more videos of epic geekiness. They're epic in my opinion. Probably not in yours, but my opinion. Favorites so your friends and family can see, and share me as long as you do it nicely. I love each and every one of you so, so much, and I'm sorry I took a little break. Just had to for personal reasons. But I promise you I'll try to keep videos on a more normal schedule now. But thank you so much for sticking with me. Peace and kisses.